do that?
It's gonna bother me.
Are you okay sitting here? Would you like me to get you a different chair?
No, that's good. It's a good look.
We haven't started yet, but let me see. I don't really think that I look cute, so maybe I should.
She wanted to match my hair, y'all.
I didn't. I actually just put my hair up in a ponytail real quick, my nigga. You know this is the easy go-to style. Okay, anyway.
She always have her hair done.
All right, let's start the episode. Oh, it was already starting, I guess. Is it already recording? Okay, well.
So I've been recording 3 minutes, 26 seconds.
Well, can I start it over and, do it right?
When you just cut it? When you just cut from here?
Can I do that? Oh, okay.
You just cut off the beginning. You got to be able to cut.
Well, we shall see. Hi, everybody. This is the Puffington Post. This is my first episode of 2023. If you are watching on live, please don't be upset about the fact that I'm going to be looking this way a lot because I have a camera over there. I need you to look that way as well.
I look at everything.
Okay, so today we are going to be discussing relationship topics and dating, and I have a really awesome guest with me. He is a good friend. I can't even start. All right, wait a minute.
You can't start smoking with the intro?
No, because I haven't told them what are we doing.
We smoking weed. Do the intro. This is a perfect intro.
Yeah.
Love this. This is a good NIC. This is an entertaining intro. Now you got something.
You know what?
All them other niggas who was on here wasn't about shit.
I
ain't seen not a one. I seen not a one. I know them niggas ain't me.
All right, listen, you guys. Let me just start this correctly. All right.
Matter of fact, let me go live on my joint too.
Please. I mean, you should have been going live because this is how you're supposed to get shit done. People can't even start. Oh my God. Okay, I think I want to go live from a different phone.
Well, you are a different phone.
All right, here we go. We're going to do both on this. Okay. Oh, that's not a good angle. What do you think there?
That's good.
Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Okay, so today we are shooting an episode of the Puffington Post. If you don't know...
You got Wi-Fi?
I do have Wi-Fi.
Hey, look, that's some new niggas. She got that Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi
that
code...
Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi is Easy Wi-Fi, and the code is Kobe0824. Should I start over so that you can be prepared?
I think this is like the best intro.
Okay, anyway,
it's like super organic. Like them big bananas. That's what she said.
Okay, so today's episode, first of all, if you're not familiar with the Puffington Post is a marijuana review show. Also, it's a podcast. So this is my first time merging the two. I'm trying to bring my YouTube channel and my Spotify podcast into one. So we're going to talk about weed and relationships. And today we are reviewing a brand called Soli. I think that's how you say it.
Soli?
Is it Soli or how would you say that? I think it's Soli.
Solus? I would say Solus.
People be trying to sound bougie.
Solace.
Okay, it's called Solace. I don't know why I said what I said, but that just sounded right to me. You know what? We're going to do it on this phone because this whole acting weak. It's called Solace.
Because you're going live on two different phones.
This is not on live. This was me recording. Damn. Must have known all this, nigga. I can tell right now you finna piss me off on my own shit. I can already tell.
Hey, this is my show today, bro.
Anyway.
Y'all know how I do.
All right. So, again, we're going to start this. Can I tell them before? Weed? Can I explain?
Is the blunt going to be done?
You got time, don't you? You was late already. You was supposed to be here an hour ago.
Tell them my name so I can tell them why I was late.
Anyway, hi, you guys. Welcome to the Puffington Post. As I said, if you're not aware, the Puffington Post is a marijuana review show as well as a podcast, and I'm merging the two. So today's strain of marijuana is by a brand called Solace. It is Wedding Cake. It's 33% THC. It is a mix between Triangle Kush and Animal Mint. So take a look really quickly. The nugs we have here. Look at that. These are some smaller nugs, but it does pack a punch. I believe it's outdoor, so, there's that. But it's still pretty good. So my guest on today's... Nigga, do it matter? You smoking it for free?
I ain't even smoking yet.
But you fenced to. So what the fuck does it matter if it's outdoor or not? It's free 99.
Hey, I thought this was a family-friendly environment. You cursing at me.
Anyway, so this is a good friend of mine. He has been so gracious enough to be one of my first guests on today's episode. And basically, today, outside of the weed, we're going to be talking about dating in LA and just different experiences that we have both probably been a part of out here. So actually, tell everybody your name.
What's up, ladies and gents? I'm King Blue. A lot of people just call me Blue. So be what you want to call me.
No one calls him King Blue. Please don't think that. But continue.
I beg to differ. At any rate, I live out here in LA from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm involved with nightlife and just throwing events and just doing things where people get to have a good time.
So basically, if you're ever in LA, you want to know what clubs to go to, you want to know what's lit on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even through the week, this is the guy to hit. He is going to make sure you have a great time. He's going to have the sections, he's going to have the bottles, and definitely going to have the bitches. So if you're looking for a good time in LA.
Young ladies.
Young ladies,
Women,
excuse me.
Broads.
If you're looking for a good time in LA, make sure you hit up my boy at Duval Blue. I will be dropping his Instagram in the videos that you guys can follow him. Speaking of following him, I was hoping that you would be here a little sooner. You were supposed to be, what time is it? It is actually 10:12, and you were supposed to be here at 8 o'clock. So what happened what's going on in the 2 hours and 12 minutes?
What's going on in your life to where you can't be places at certain... Okay.
Also, we were supposed to do this yesterday. Nigga stood me up yesterday as well. So
Let's
what
be
the fuck?
clear. Yesterday, I said, "Hey, I ain't gonna be able to be over there till about this time. I gotta get myself a line up. You know what I'm saying? My shit was hanging over my lip." And
okay, let me just.
she said it might be too late anyways. So
It would have been too
just
late.
hit me up and let me know. So to me, I live in LA. That means no. If
No,
you say
I still
it's
wanted you to come.
It's
I'm
probably
just-
gonna be too late. I don't even know. Just hit me up and let me know. That means no. That's not a.
No, it just means like, nigga, be on time if you gonna come. I mean, yeah.
All right, so I took that as
Nah,
a no.
you right. You probably shouldn't have pulled
I
up.
took that as a no. So today, I just hit her, and at 6 o'clock, 6:30, she argued with me for like 30 minutes, and it was like, you coming or what? Be there in 30 minutes. Like, bro, what? I'm not ready. I'm
Nigga,
just
you owed me from yesterday, so who gives a fuck if I was arguing with you for that long?
Here I
Like,
am.
come the
Here
fuck
I am.
on.
She's been arguing with me for years.
Okay, well, I actually, speaking of dating in LA, I did not want to disclose this information at all, but if I don't say it, this nigga will. So, for a very brief period of time, when I first moved here, we spent a few moments together. And
Very briefly, man.
very, very briefly. And I don't know why that's even relevant to what the fuck? My nigga.
Very, very briefly. All right, bro, don't put the emphasis on the briefly. Like, don't, that sounds like something else. I could last a couple minutes.
Oh my
Not
God.
very
Like
briefly.
that
That wouldn't, okay, I wouldn't.
I just don't want them to
think like this is like the exes or some shit.
yeah, I don't want
People
them
be
to
thinking she's related to me.
this is my cousin. So when I tell people often
I hate it.
that we
I
are
hate
related,
it.
we'll go out somewhere, like I'll meet him somewhere and I'll be like, this is my cousin, or da da da.
Bro,
But
she out there talking to the security guard. He like, hey, your cousin, all right? I'm like, bro, get the...
your cousin or baddie, Look at this, we could be related. So anyway, let me ask you a few questions that I had pertaining to this. So actually, yeah, tell me about, I wanted to, first of all, how was the weed? Because you have yet to pass that hoe to let me hit it.
It ain't like...
Why did you
hitting
roll
it.
up that big ass fucking blunt? Like, why would you roll a... See, that's some ghetto shit to do. I allowed this nigga to roll the blunt. And this is telling of why the fuck that shit was so brief. Because look at this shit. I let this nigga roll my weed, and what do? Roll the fattest motherfucking blunt he can think of. But let that have been his shit. The blunt would not look like that, my nigga.
Listen, it's so many issues with that with people. I roll blunts sometimes. They be like, why you roll that little ass blunt? You see all this weed I got?
Why would you assume
Like,
that
you know we
see
about
I
to-
got an ounce, so you just like, I'm gonna roll
We
up
about
my
to sit
shit.
here for about an
I
hour.
watched you roll that shit and was thinking to myself.
and didn't say nothing. Didn't
Because
say
I was
nothing.
trying to
They
see how far
watch
you would go.
They watch you roll the shit up and then talk shit to you about it. This
Why
is
would
crazy.
somebody roll your weed? Like, first of all, hold on, give me the blunt. Show them this blunt. This nigga rolled
Look, niggas
the
gonna be like, that's a
baddest,
regular blunt for
the
you. That ain't even
baddest
fat
fucking
enough.
blunt ever, and it's not even hidden. Why?
Yeah, it ain't lit yet. It's just, it gotta get lit. It's getting there. It's getting there. I ain't got them type of lungs.
I do, my nigga. We already here.
I got on my homegirl shit. Hey, shout out to my homegirls, Jazz and Necessary Looks. This shit
Yes,
fire.
shout out to them.
This shit fire. I'm about to take this off because it's kind of warm.
Oh, but yeah, shout out to. Show them one more time. This is first of all, these. Yeah,
This shit hot. Hey,
we
hey.
got to get in the right camera. Shout out to the twins,
Jazz and Ness.
Jazz and Ness. I know their names, my nigga. I was saying
All right,
the
I'll
twins.
say, hey, look,
first.
this is the best part. Hold on the back. That bitch say,
It says I love you. Their name on Instagram is @necessarylooks. Also be dropping that. Those are friends of ours, so we do want to plug. Make sure we supporting black businesses, women-owned businesses, all that shit. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you about dating in LA because I feel like it's been just, you were the first. Oh my God! Please wrap it
My
up.
bad, y'all. Y'all made it. She shouldn't have gave me a camera where I could see myself.
Anyway, I'm bringing this topic up because I've had the worst dating experiences of my life here, starting with you. And I just want to know, like, what is it about men when they move here? Like, what happens out here, like, to where, I don't know, just as a promoter, what has your dating experiences been? Are you single?
Yes, I'm single.
Is that by choice or by force?
I think most people, good-looking people, when you're single, it's by choice. Like, could I just have a girl?
Whoa, nigga. Who said you was good-looking people?
All right, well, a lot of people who don't look as good as me.
Wow,
good
cocky much? Cocky much, okay.
No, but for real. Out here, it's a real thing where it's like people have more than they can handle. It's like all right here in front of you.
Is that for men or just
That's for
men and
everybody.
women?
I think for everybody. I have homegirls like, dude, they ain't never seen as many good-looking guys hanging out all together.
Where?
All right.
I mean, like, I'm literally asking.
Just anywhere, like me and my friends, like my small circle of friends, will be out somewhere, and girls is like, they trying to fuck us all, and they will.
Is that really happening? I believe you. Okay.
Oh no, is it happening? It's happened. It's happening. And I done had a girl dead ass say me, she's like, yo, it ain't my fault all your friends are cute.
So
it's like that. It's here. I'm one of them. When it's shoes on the other foot sometimes, and girls have that, guys have. You got a bunch of baddies. And these girls got four in it. They got 4 major league teams here. If you count soccer and baseball, they got like fucking 6 ones in the areas. This is one of the biggest markets in the world, if not the biggest market in the world. So LA is just like you're getting a lot of people. So I think it's a lot for people to sift through and just
not sift.
It's like it's really hard for a lot of people to come to terms also that they're not the big dog no more if they came from their city and she was a baddie there. She might be a 7 out here. 10 in your city, 7 in LA.
I can agree with that. Not saying for me personally, but I'm just saying there are so many good looking people in LA that it probably does create it just creates a little force field of badass bitches and fine ass niggas that is hard to take. But whatever. In Houston, the bitches is bad. So coming from a place with bunches of bad bitches, I'm not accepting that. Nigga, have you been down there?
But see, Houston has like it's not as much diversity.
It is extremely diverse in Houston. Like as far as what? As far
as the females you gonna have to run in and talk to. Out here, I met a girl today at the gym. She was Moroccan. Like, ooh, shit. I don't know. I ain't never met a Moroccan. I'm from Florida, guys. Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, yeah, you didn't tell people. You did.
I did. But it ain't no Moroccans back home in Duval. That's why my name is Duval, but I'm from Duval County. I don't know no Moroccans out there. I done had girls from Palestine out here.
It's Palestine.
Man,
that shit in the H. I'm gonna just tell you right now. I used to live in little
They ain't fucking with niggas.
I lived in Mahatma Gandhi district, and them bitches is definitely fucking with niggas in the H. Like, all right, but let's just keep it here. You're right. Let's just for the sake of the argument, let me stop. I'm a devil's advocate.
So that's cool. It could be Houston could be diverse, but okay, so that's one city. Okay, ooh, most of the cities ain't like that.
Okay, let's just for the sake of the argument.
Most of America is not like that. Miami, maybe some New York, maybe a Houston, and LA. Like, those are your main spots where you're going to get some real niggas and some diversity.
Okay, so you're basically saying that because there is so much diversity and so many women here and so many options, is that why you choose to be single?
Oh, me personally? It's a matter of choosing the right person to be with. Because out here, it can get toxic really fast.
How so?
Just between, so for me, working in the party scene, I know, so if I date a girl, I might not go out with her. I might not do something with her, but I know who she's out with. I know those people. I know the people at the party. I get to hear about what you're really doing when you're around these people who got a bunch of money. You know they could buy you shoes. You know they could buy you the purse. Oh, that's homeboy from the what's the name team. You know his homeboys is those people. So it can get messy if women don't have certain morals and standards. It can get messy.
What about men? Do you guys have to have morals and standards?
And I mean, yeah.
And what, so if I have to have morals and standards to obviously watch the way I carry myself in front of the, blah, blah, blah. What are your morals and standards?
I mean, just as a man or like men in LA. Because see, in LA, what you'll run into is like, motherfuckers will talk to everybody. They'll try and talk to all the bad bitches. Dude will try to talk to your homegirl, her cousin. Now we trying to talk to you. And it'll get a little, obviously that's not a fun situation.
So there are different standards. So like say your standards in Duval are different from your standards here in LA.
Yes.
Meaning you're more, meaning that there's a different level of standards that I might have to have from Houston to here. Or as a woman, do my shit got to stay the same across the board? And
I think it's more like amplified here. Maybe in Houston you probably dealt with some similar things, but there's some girls I know who came from like Wisconsin. Like, you didn't deal with this there. You didn't have multiple black, good-looking millionaires in the room. And you got the other niggas who looking good on their way up and the other people who could do shit for you. And everybody looking good out here. That's the first thing I noticed. Everybody's out here is like...
Everybody look good, but it's also a motherfucking facade. This is also the land of fakeness. So, like, yeah, these motherfuckers is looking good, and some people got bread like that, but a lot of... let's delve into that, because I've been duped. Some good weed. What you think?
It's pretty good. It's all right.
Oh, you rolled up enough of it.
Look, junior smoker. How you the Puffington Post when you came Puff?
How you the guest and then rolled the back, but it's all right. Nigga, we wouldn't know because you
got me rolling. What I'm rolling the shit for?
I was being courteous.
Oh, I thought I was being courteous.
You sat the fuck down.
I thought I was being courteous by rolling the blunt.
Nigga, you sat the fuck down and was like, I said, well, go on and roll it.
Yeah, if you roll something for your peoples, you're the courteous one, for sure.
Are you? Or are you? Anyway, niggas just was ready to smoke, trying to take over the fucking show. But
maybe.
Like I said, I've been duped.
This is my podcast today, and she's my guest.
Interview me then. But like I said...
hey, you gotta do that one day where somebody comes and like interviews you on your shit.
I should, because I have a lot of shit to talk. I do. But yeah, this is a place of duping. So you say that, niggas will lie. I've had a nigga, rent a Maserati and...
Bro, women be lying too. They be dead
well,
ass prostitutes. They be prostitutes.
Wait a minute, don't cut me off before I get to talk about you niggas. You tried it. Sit the fuck back. Sit down.
Look. I'm gonna just say one thing. If you ask a girl, you be like, hey, what you do? Oh, I do a couple different things. Cancel that bitch immediately. Cancel her immediately, because one of them things she do is being a hoe. Every goddamn time. Oh, I do a couple of things. What you do? Oh, I do some, they'll say some bullshit. I work at the leasing office. You're like, oh, okay. And then you be like, and then you talk to her at 8 p.m. Like, where you going to work? You be like, what? You said you work at the leasing office, the dentist office. You said you a CNA.
This bitch done called me and ruined my life. Wobblehead ass. Damn, bitch, get into it.
Hey, that's how you know there's some hood shit. Niggas can take calls and shit.
Who asked you? But no, so anyway, who cares if the bitches is doing what they do? Niggas is paying for it, making it around anyway. So
hey,
whatever.
They can't buy it if you don't sell it.
But the point is, like I said, I've had niggas dupe me. They've been out here renting Maseratis, pretending it's one thing and it's another, or they fucking,
I'm happy that happened. I'm happy that happened.
What are you
yes, I'm glad that y'all got her ass. Got her ass. Got her. Nah, man, because people be out here, you trying to get a motherfucker for their money and then find out they ain't really got it. That mean you ain't even do your research.
No.
You ain't been around him for long enough. If that's a rented Maserati, you'll know it.
This the fucked up part.
Know it.
This the fucked up part. Why you talking about I ain't do my research? Listen.
Because it's Instagram, you got pictures with rentals every couple weeks.
No. The problem is...
Look, she trying not to be aggressive on here, y'all. She be yelling at me when we be in arguments. She would be right now, you a dumbass nigga.
No.
What are you talking about?
The problem is that, no, the nigga didn't do me because he was new. I knew the nigga already. I knew the nigga in Houston. This nigga moved out here from Houston, so it was already a nigga I was fucking dealing with from back home. So this wasn't like a new nigga, but the nigga got out here and was with these other niggas who do stupid shit.
They got around them scammers. It's a big scamming community here.
He was poorly influenced by these niggas' decisions. I don't know. Or maybe he was even duping.
It's a great scammer community out here.
Very much so. But no, it was just, I think really what it is that the niggas that he was in on the shit with, I feel like they might have duped his ass in it too. But I'm sure he knew about this car shit because there's no way these niggas didn't know about that. But
they came and got the car. What happened with the car?
The car was basically rented, and I figured that out because one day.
So you thought it was his car, and then you found out.
I thought it was his friend's car actually, because it was.
So he was riding with a nigga who was driving his friend's car.
He
To
had
your
just
knowledge,
moved here. He hadn't moved his car here yet. So.
But that should be better. So he rented a car rather than borrowing his friend's car.
No. It was a friend. The friend was driving around and like he made it seem like it was his car. He was pulling up. He was camping
so
about
you
it.
thought it was the friend's car,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even the friend's car.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the way they moved.
You thought it was somebody's car in the swap.
And
It's
one
nobody's
minute
car.
these niggas had a car, the next day was in an Uber. So that confused me. I was like, what happened? And then I realized it was just.
Said, how do you have a Maserati one day and an Uber
And then
share
all
the
three
next
of you
day?
niggas is nowhere.
Niggas Uber
Niggas
sharing.
was so I'm just like, okay. So then that let me know the car was rented. And then at one point, the house they was like they was all living in this big ass house, like this big fancy house in fucking Porter somewhere
Ranch.
fancy. Yeah. And like, at one point they was there, and the next day I pulled up to do a pop up on this nigga for something, or something happened where I
Tried
pulled
to
up.
be cute and pop up. Motherfucker owner was outside watering the lawn. Like, yes, ma'am. This nigga was like,
No.
excuse me?
It was just.
Who? Little nuck nuck. No, there's no little nuck nuck here.
They
Sorry.
lived there, but I don't know what happened. But you know what? Listen, the point is, the details were not necessary for this story. The point of the moral is the
Little
moral.
nuck nuck. What's his real name? Gerald? Oh yeah, they checked out. Yes.
The point is that there's a lot of fucking duping and scooting going on out here. So that doesn't. If you know how to sift through the bullshit, all of this shit is a facade in the mirror. I don't give a fuck how good you look. La da da da. It ain't what it is.
You're right. That's what make it hard though, because I hear so many
Because if
good-looking
that was the
people.
case-
But that's the problem. Out here is so many good-looking people. You give more people chances than you do back home. Back in Jacksonville, I get as many girls chances to fuck with my feelings. And be out here and be like, man, she look good. She all right, man. I kind of like her.
Let me get you a water.
This might not be that bad. Maybe something might be able to come out of this. Like, nope, didn't work with her. You couldn't see nothing. Like, damn, she bad. She kind of cool. This might work. Don't work out. Another bad bitch. Oh, this might be all right. Don't work out. You be like, God damn, back home, you find a bad bitch, you be like, I got to make this work. It's not a bunch of these.
Well,
I got me one. Back where I'm from, Jacksonville, if you get you one, like, that's yours. She fuck with you. That was Blue Girl. Like, that'll be your motherfucking name now, nigga. That who Blue Girl? Like, nigga, that don't take for them to see you one time with a motherfucker. That's your girl. Nigga, out here, no sir. When you go to the bathroom, my homeboy Steph about to holler at you. If Steph see that, he gonna die when he see that.
Do you find like it's harder today because you're a promoter? Do girls not take you serious because you're a club dude? Like, cause I mean, I hear it. I see all the stuff you saying. Like, oh, you can see behind the scenes. You got back access and da 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 da. But like, I wouldn't take a promoter seriously. Like, I'd be like, this nigga be out every night. This nigga see bitches every night.
So now here's my part about that, because does that happen? Yeah, it happens. But I think the root of that is like, it comes back to a place that women have a problem with, which is competing. And it's like, oh, he's got all this competition. To them, it's competition. He's out there with bitches
Not
every
even
night.
that. It's not even no. Why do you?
Because if I'm gonna come home with you,
trying to diminish women like we just. I mean, I get it, and I'm not gonna say
niggas getting pissing matches and trying shit on each other, and women be jealous and fucking be competing.
I'm looking at it from a sense of I wouldn't date a promoter because for one, I just don't. That's outside too fucking much for me. You know what I'm saying? I like to go out and have a good time, but then every weekend shit, no, my nigga.
But you ain't gotta go to work with me.
I don't.
My
But
job
like,
ain't
sit your
your
ass
job.
down too. I need you.
But you gotta go to work too, so I like motherfucker be gone during the daytime. We ain't do nothing together from noon to none of that. All we can do is hang out at night. We can't do nothing productive during the day.
What?
Because you gotta go to regular work.
Like, nah.
My nigga,
do you only work? So do you only work on the weekends? Or do you work?
I'm not working during the week too.
I mean, so have you tried to have a relationship with this occupation? And how has that worked out?
The one relationship I did try to have or had, that first of all, was terrible. It was super
Was your job
toxic.
a big part of it?
Nah, that really wasn't why.
Oh well.
I mean, that wasn't why it was toxic. I mean, it was spill over into that. It was spill over into it, but it was like, that's not why it was toxic. It was dealing with a toxic person.
Did you meet this person out? while you were being a promoter?
I did.
Do you often date girls that you meet out in your? Do you look at that as like an extra open playing field? Because I mean, you get to see bitches at their best. Coming to the club, bitches is decked the fuck out. So
I mean, to me, it's just a reality of life. Anytime men do anything where there's women and they're good looking, there's gonna be something that transpires at some point. You ain't gonna tell me you work at the call center with 600 people and it's a good number of these women who look good. Ain't nobody fucking with nobody. Of course, they're right here. What, are you not gonna approach the beautiful women who are around you? I'm not gonna hold that against myself. Like I said, that comes back to a competition. Like, oh, he has those options constantly around him. So him having those options makes it like almost like a threat. Like, maybe he might, and it's like constant. Maybe he might, and it's like, so that means we don't have that bond and trust here, and we shouldn't be fucking around like that.
I mean, your job makes it kind of difficult to, just the statistics.
But also, I mean, you could get out. The great thing also about my job is you could come up to this bitch. You could
Would
be
you
known.
like that though, for your girlfriend to always be at the job?
Are
you that type of guy? You seem like the type of.
If I'm really rocking with her like that, and I'm being solid with her.
Are you a lovey-dovey type?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But I'm very much like, when I'm in like the pre-dating, like girls I know now, it'll be quick to do the cutoff, man. I'm quick to do the cutoff. I mean, like, if we ain't in a relationship and we just dating, we don't win out, we fucked
What
around.
is your definition of dating? Because, we had a conversation earlier, and I felt like that you don't really know what dating is. So,
okay, so to me, dating is like, dating? Look, dating, it just depends on what arena you're using the word dating in. Because if it was in court and they're like, these two were dating for this amount of time, like, they don't care if you went on actual dates. Y'all was fucking around for a period of time, and it wasn't a one-day thing. And it continued past the time, and you have conversations and like shit like that.
So fucking is dating.
If it's more than one time and you're doing it for a little while, like, yeah, bro.
So you fuck 3
times.
times.
If a nigga said like, oh, ain't you dating that one bitch? Nah, I ain't dating.
So
I'm
if you fuck a
fucking her.
bitch
Be like,
5
same
times.
shit. I mean, I'm just saying,
So
like,
women
because
can
when I'm
be-
saying dating, I'm not saying it like, hey, so you really dated this girl. This is just a general term. Like, back when
dating could mean,
back when we was dating, it's like, so if I say back when we was dating, that don't have to mean a relationship, because that's back when we was together. Back when we was in a relationship. But to me, that's just semantics. It's like dating,
it is
you
semantics,
fucking
but
around.
people have different variations of the word, so you have to be sure that you can't just casually toss dating around. I mean, at that point.
What do you mean? If you fucking around with a person for an extended amount of time.
At that point, she your gal? Like, what makes somebody your gal then? Like, when is
a committed relationship, when y'all say that shit.
What if you don't say it? Because a lot of situationships pop up and people just be
So
chilling.
y'all was dating. The situationship, y'all was dating. Y'all just ain't getting into a committed relationship. That's literally dating. Situationship is literally dating, because there's shit going on and there's shit involved. It's some type of situation and y'all fucking around. That's dating. Like, what dating is a courting process. I mean, although it may be under the guise.
Wow.
Although
you said dating is what?
It's supposed to be the courting
process.
process.
It's a courting process. So
here's
let's
what happens.
Into that.
People
let's
use
into
that. People
what
use that process
mean?
to fuck.
What does courting mean?
People use that process to fuck.
Obviously. What the fuck? Of course.
So it's like sometimes the dating is going nowhere because they're usually just using the courting process to just fuck.
But the courting, okay.
So sometimes
but
there's
you're acknowledging that dating is courting that leads to fucking.
Right, but courting isn't like a defined thing. Courting is whatever it takes to convince the woman. That's courting. Like, nigga, all that shit. If you talking to the girl on the phone every night, like, all that's a part of the process. Courting isn't like the 1800s, the 1600s, back when it was like this very
so everything you
thing.
saying do is till you get the pussy, and then
like courting is just the convincing process. That whole process, that's the courting process.
So
this nigga talking to you on the phone, y'all linking up, y'all doing shit. This the courting process.
So let me ask you this. Now, during the courting process, and then you do what you do.
Sometimes it's shorter than other times.
So once you get to said goal after the courting process, do you continue to court? What's the make or break of whether you continue to court or
How
not?
it fits in your life. how it affects your life. I mean, it's the same thought process for any relationship, right?
How long are you gonna?
It's like a real relationship. You're only gonna sneak in it if it makes sense for your life. Right?
Niggas saying where it fits into your life.
I'm saying if you fucking with
This
somebody,
is men, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies.
I mean, is that not why you should fuck with somebody? That's why you should fuck with people, because they fit into your life and it makes sense with what you got going on.
Let me see what kind of hardcore questions I got. So let me ask you this: how long are you gonna wait fuck? Like, how long are you gonna wait?
I ain't trying to wait at all. What are you talking about? But I mean, I will if you just we're not comfortable and we're not there yet. That's cool.
That's crazy.
But I'll be honest, all the good relationships and things I've always had, it's mostly came from fucking very soon. Because it's usually like a hardcore attraction that we're like, yeah, I ain't about to wait. I'm about to do this now. And it's like, when it's usually like, nah, I'm cool, I'll chill, we can chill. Let's just hang around each other for a little while. Like, you ain't that goddamn into me. You could, or I mean, you might just have that great of self-control. I probably don't work good with those people. Because I need you to say yes.
What the fuck? Don't you? If she got that kind of self-control around you, that way when she meet another dude that look good, she got self-control. Don't you want a bitch that got some... If you want her to say yes to you,
I don't know, them low self-esteem bitches be fine too.
Dog, you out of control.
Yeah,
What?
And I like a bad low self-esteem bitch. She don't even know she a 9. She a 6 out here. Man, she be loving your treatment, boy. She don't even know she really a 9.
You know what? Niggas is something else. Y'all hear
That's
this?
the diamond in the rough you never
shit?
get, though. Every time you get, man, when niggas get those, hey, she don't even know how
I've had
fast
a
she
dude
is.
told me that he prefers to date women like who like that because he like, I need her to be, you know, he basically just said
She's sweating you the whole time. Motherfuckers can't figure out why she with you.
That's crazy.
She on your ass like you about to cheat on her the whole time. Niggas is like, what is she doing with him?
So how do you find it? Like, that's crazy.
Man, you can't look for that. You just get blessed. Every now and then you just get blessed. And you just gotta hope she look good enough and she's what you want. Because you'll run into some of them sometimes. You be like, man, I wish I could be with you, but you just, nah, it ain't it.
Did you have somebody for Valentine? Did you have Valentine? Since you were such a bachelor with, you know, a little...
Nah, I ain't want to do that because I'm a bachelor.
Oh, okay.
Just because it was like, you know, I was talking to somebody, and but it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't there yet. Like, man, it's been a week, 2 weeks. Like, Valentine's Day used to be reserved for special people. Okay. You know, your mother. You would get something for like your girlfriend. You see wives. I only know you for a week or 2 or 3. Like, this is not that. Like, I'm not about to go spending money and shit on this fabricated holiday. Because if I was really with you, we've been doing shit like this the whole time. But it's been 3 weeks and I gotta go out of my way to prove my point. No. Well, I get you a flower when we out somewhere and some lady got flowers. Yeah, I bet. That's cool. You know.
How long have you been living here in LA?
What, 5 years?
And has it been, what kind of journey?
It's almost 5 years.
When did you move here?
2017. Or no,
It's going to be 6 years, actually. It's been 5 years already.
Yes, it's almost 6 years. You're right.
You moved out here in what?
2017.
Okay, yeah. Do you love it?
I mean, life is kind of like one of those things. It's compare and contrast. Like, do you like it? I don't know. I don't hate it. I really didn't like where I was before. I love Jacksonville as a place, like, to grow up. My people. I love my people there. I don't love the place and a lot of shit that goes on. The lack of resources and networking. But I love my people. You know what I'm saying? So... you know, I got family, I got friends, you know, so my best friends and shit. So, but LA is like a thing, man. I like it because it's like, it be going. It's going, man. You could catch a jet stream real quick. I mean, no, I'm not talking about bitches. I'm talking about more like career shit. Like,
has your career taken off in living here? Like, how is it, you know, since you've been here from the first time I knew you to now, you've done great stuff. So, I mean, it's clearly working for you. You like it here a lot. But you still like trash as fuck. So. You were 2 hours late, my nigga. Damn, what you want me to say? And you rolled this trash ass blunt. Like, had I rolled this bitch, we'd have been done smoking. It'd have been like hit.
How's that good?
I mean,
we've been done smoking. See,
Not like that, but
Y'all, you trying to rush the
we
process.
wouldn't have had to rush.
Man.
We wouldn't
Enjoy
have had to
the
waste all this
process.
butane.
Hey, niggas start getting philosophical, trying to make somebody feel, hey, trust the process, nigga. Enjoy the process. But, nah, man, I wasn't doing promoting back home. I was... what was I doing? I was
You were
doing
doing a couple things.
I was a
Clear that nigga now. Anybody take that long to say what the fuck they did? Cancel them. Just like he said, if a bitch do what you said, if a bitch do a couple of
Bro, I ain't
things.
just high. I ain't high. Goddamn.
You said the weed was just alright. This the Puffington Post. You said my shit wasn't even.
I done smoked another half of the blunt.
Nah, here it is.
I done smoked half the blunt. Now it's solid. You know? Goddamn, good nigga. You know what I'm saying? Rushing the process
you
again.
was the one talking shit
Rushing
about the weed, my nigga.
You trying to get me off here, huh? That's what you trying to
No,
do.
I'm not. I'm not.
So, hey, man, hurry up and answer these questions. I got like one more, man. It's good enough. This is enough. This is enough.
No.
Like, I'm not about to smoke no another blunt because that blunt was too big.
Right, nigga.
We out of blunts, so you
You
get one
rolled the
blunt for
whole
this
joint,
show.
y'all. I ain't got no more weed.
Man, that's plenty.
Who are you to say how much weed is plenty? Like this is why we used to have problems when we was friends back in the day.
plenty.
Y'all.
What you mean, a
If
realistic
y'all ever
person?
heard me rant about the worst dating experience I had in LA, it was this nigga, y'all. This one right here. So I don't know, what y'all need to reference back to past Puffington Post, but
One day this gonna be uncovered, you know what I'm saying? And when it is, I want it to be known that I'm a solid guy.
No, he
I
is,
made
he
mistakes
is.
and
He's
I
still one of my
owned
very
up
good
to my
friends.
mistakes.
while
And
talking shit the entire time.
I'm very honest. I wasn't talking shit.
Sagittarians are very debatey. That's not a word, but you guys like to argue a lot.
Confrontational?
Argumentative. Confrontational brings the context of physicality, and you don't do that. But when I think of a confrontation, I think of somebody getting in your
Oh,
face.
yeah,
But,
y'all down there about to fight.
yeah, you confront me.
You right?
I had to confront that nigga.
Hey, I do know some people like that actually. It's like
you
more,
could,
it's more
like, yo,
conversational.
low key though, when you get an attitude, you really do be doing the most. Like,
Bro, you haven't seen me with attitude in years.
You
She's referring back to like 5 years ago.
he's grown. You
I
grown.
mean, it's a long time. 5 years is a good minute to develop mentally. Like,
It is, but that shit used to be hilarious.
I mean, I don't even know what I did.
That's
but
neither here nor there.
I didn't know what I did, but
Whatever you did, it wasn't bad enough to not make you still my friend today. So, and it wasn't on me; it was on somebody else. So it was hilarious. Like you just went off on somebody, and it was great. But anyway,
I'll still be going off sometimes.
exactly. So you haven't changed.
I tried
Bringing me to my point.
I try
exactly.
to pick my battles.
You can take the nigga out of Duval, but you clearly can't take the Duval out of the nigga. We're here live on Princess News, aka the Puffington Post. I am wrapping up a very good interview here with my. Do you have a problem with my news voice? Because you can get real gangster real
I hate
quick.
that shit.
Why
Hey,
are
she
you
always
hating
do
on
that
Princess
shit.
News?
I'm referring live.
Why do you hate it? And I don't even do my face like that, so what the fuck is this?
Hey.
Niggas be high and say anything. You really mad because that whole lit. That shit fire.
Hey, it's just so funny. I mean, you do it for so long.
You know
Like, I was
what?
like, oh, she's still doing that. That's the longest running joke I think of any
Not
of my
a joke,
friends.
It's a show.
It's not. It's like a hypothetical show that doesn't exist. This is the craziest.
It totally exists
It's
within my
crazy.
stories.
No, bro, that's
I
not.
do Princess.
Hey, you like my boy Marco? He be like, but his shit, I ain't gonna lie, his shit be going up. He be like, Marco TV, Marco TV. He'll be recording the fights. Niggas is busting down
See,
niggas'
my shit is
asses.
informative. Like, I'm not
He
doing
like
it.
Marco TV. Oh
Don't be
shit!
shouting that
He
nigga
like-
shit out on my shit, my nigga. You better. This is
That's my
Princess.
boy.
Fuck that nigga.
Oh man,
I'm just playing Marco.
Yeah.
It's enough room for everybody. I'm kidding.
He's, hey man.
We're here live. I'm gonna have to kick this nigga off my show. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. The weed was great. We'd like to thank Solus.
Yes, man.
Nigga, his insurance. I just got the shit.
Cup.
You know what?
You did a
No,
whole segment.
it doesn't
I
matter.
thought
Don't.
you said you was gonna roll another. That's
Who
crazy.
said that? Why are
You
you?
did. You said we was gonna roll another while we was
I
smoking.
would
it.
have. You done rolled 2 blunts in one, my nigga. You
Oh
rolled a
my
baseball bat.
God.
Not even your weed.
I thought that's what we were
You
doing.
used to do shit like this back in the day.
I thought that's what we was doing. This is. I was thinking like Drink Champs.
This is not Drink Champs, and don't be shouting that shit out on here. You guys, I have to go. I think I've neared my limit of time here because let me see. Let me just end it on here because this nigga. Is it? Here it is. Okay, bye.